Skype recorder, 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of the Underground Lake.
Episode 2.
Underground, a noun meaning below the ground, and lake, a noun meaning we're not big enough to be an ocean and we're not small enough to be a pond.
Underground Lake. All right. So let's jump right into it. You want to tell your story you were just talking about?
So before we started, I went to the bathroom like any normal high school boy.
Any normal podcast owner?
Yeah, I called myself a high school boy.
Yeah, I was about to say you're not in high school.
And I was telling Politics before we started filming how I thought I heard someone either singing or listening to music really loudly. I get out there and I hear the singing again. I was like, because I was washing my hands and I heard it again. I was like, what the fuck is that noise? So I stuck my head down the hallway. I saw one of my friends that I know from campus, and I was like, whoa, no way. He's standing out there. I was like, what's going on? I like mouthed it to him down the hallway, and he like shrugged his shoulders. He's like, I don't know. And I go down there, and there's a group of females that I don't even think live on my floor of the building, sitting there and they're singing, and I go, what's going on? And they're like, it's karaoke night. And I was like, what the fuck?
What, dude, you should have went. You should have said, fuck this podcast, and went and sung some karaoke.
It was like all girls, and then one guy was standing there, my buddy, and he was a little sweaty. I mean, that wasn't like a joke, like he was physically sweaty. Like there was no punchline coming up there or anything.
So I'm on Snapchat today, like I am any day. I already told part of this to Seth Wins here, but I'm gonna explain the full story.
Can I pause your story real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I need to check.
You didn't get enough airtime. Just go ahead and get some more.
I don't want to like stop you, but I'm making sure that we are actually recording your audio.
Are we?
I'm like, because I was washing my hands. So like all girls, and then yeah, we are.
Okay, all right, we're good now. Okay, so I'm on Snapchat like I am every day, except I don't normally get on Snapchat every day. I got on it today, and I looked at my stories, right? And go through your stories, yeah. And I see this dude. I'm not gonna. Let's give him a name. His name is
Ryan.
Ryan. Okay, so I'm on Snapchat. And Ryan's here. He's in his. I feel like I'm gonna know someone named Ryan, and they're gonna watch it. They're gonna be like, "Is he really talking about me?" And I'm like, "No, it's not. It's not you, Ryan. I don't know anybody named Ryan." But
wrong Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is who I'm talking about. So I'm on Snapchat, and Ryan Reynolds is there, and he's. I click on his story. He's a funny dude. I knew him from class. On his story, he has a picture of him laying in bed with the caption of the Snapchat as, I haven't had sex in weeks. I've been beating my meat all day. Oh, yeah. On his Snapchat story, yeah, he's a pretty funny dude. Like, I had class with him, and let me tell you, this dude was crazy.
Is that funny?
What?
You not having sex?
Stop it! Don't put me on the spot like that. Don't make me seem like a dick. Why would you say you're beating your meat all day in your Snapchat story? But
why would I say I'm beating my meat all day in real life? I don't know. It just comes out in the flow of conversation.
Snapchat's not a conversation, but okay. But so I used to walk into class, and this dude would every day he would ask me, "Did you have sex last night?" Thank you for the phone again. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Keep going.
Is your phone controlled?
Yeah, I muted it. I'm definitely not checking it right now either.
Oh, all right. So every day he'd ask me, "Did you have sex last night?" Every single day, and I'd either tell him yes or I'd tell him no. If I told him yes, it eventually got to the point where I just kept telling him no. Because if I told him yes, he'd say, "Give me the details." He'd say, "Tell me exactly what happened," and I wouldn't want to tell him. And he'd be like, "Come on, man, just tell me exactly what happened." Like, this dude was weird.
Yeah.
And he used to tell me like that he fucked girls. He was like 14, and he just fucked girls all the time.
I mean, when I was 14, I was raped. I'm talking about the meme.
Told me,
that was a joke. I'm sorry for anyone who gets offended by rape jokes.
Sorry for anyone who's been raped. At
least you weren't raped.
He was telling a story one time to like me and a group of friends, and he was telling us, and he was serious. Like he looked at me and he asked me, "When you were little, didn't you ever like kiss your cousin?"
What?
And I was like, "No, I didn't fucking kiss my cousin." And he said, "Are you serious?" And he didn't want to talk about it. I was like, "Why don't you tell me what that was about?" when he was a little kid, he used to like kiss his cousin in like that little, those plastic little playhouses.
Yeah.
He used to kiss his cousin in there. It's so weird.
Yeah. Sorry, I heard screaming outside my room.
Yeah, I heard it too.
Oh,
but he used to go inside this little playhouse and kiss his cousin when he was a little kid.
I mean,
he's a weirdo. I mean, he's not a weirdo. He was funny, but he was weird. Like he was dead serious though. And like I remember one time he showed us a video of him like eating this girl out, and I was like, I don't want to see this.
Hold on,
and he showed me and another friend. He had the video. He like recorded it. He was like, she didn't know I was recording, and he showed me, and I was like, I don't want to see that, dude.
That's pretty weird.
It was weird. And that's my story about Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Speaking of stories, so I obviously last night was the first night this was uploaded, the podcast.
Yeah.
Got a bunch of comments on it. They were all from one person.
Oh, did it? Oh, was it T?
It was Jake.
Oh, was it?
T did the live chat. T didn't probably. I doubt T rewatched it after he was there
I
live.
wouldn't see a reason to.
Yeah, but
He's a star.
someone's watching him. But Jake commented all over it last night, and now I feel like I have to delete Jake's comments. Like the first one was okay. He's like, you should invite Turkey Jake to that podcast. He seems like a cool dude. I was like, all right. And then he started putting, you put a picture of a real lake, you clickbait fucker. And I was like, let me read some of his comments.
Those are hate comments?
This is bullshit. You say underground lake, but the picture in the video is an above ground lake. I'm tired of the lies and clickbait. Unsubscribed. I recommend inviting that Turkey Jake guy on the podcast. Sounds like a splendid dude. And the third one was Seth wins. Fuck you, you clickbait bitch. I'm gonna have to delete those.
That's funny though. The last one was funny. That got me.
But like, imagine
to anyone else who watched it, they'd be like, "What?"
Yeah, they'd think either I'm just the worst person ever, or Jake is an absolute dick.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I'm like looking around. I'm like, hello, is anyone in here?
Like, did somebody come in my room?
Are there spirits in here? Spirits, show your presence.
Dude, I swear, if you're like, show me a sign, and some shit flew against the wall, and I heard a crash, like a breaking sound, dude, I'd be like, get out of there. Get out of there right now.
So, I'm friends with this. I told him I'd probably tell a story about him tonight, because I got plenty of good ones.
Mm-hmm.
He is Native American.
Okay.
And we were in our programming class today, and this is going to sound racist, but I promise you it was all in good fun. He was okay with it. We laughed, we joked, he joined in on the fun. I leaned up to him, and I said, your programming skills have failed, Skywalker. And, like, more
Why
Indian.
did you say that is all in good fun? Oh, in an Indian voice.
More Indian. I was like, I don't want to go full racist and be like, how? But, because, how is high, and...
Is it? I didn't know that. I'm
Some
sorry. Is it
form of-
HAO?
Yeah, I think so.
That's not how. That's Huang.
You want to tell the story of Huang? The Ark bird, not the
Ark bird?
not the bed.
Sure, I'll tell the story of Huang. Okay, so we're playing Ark, right? We're playing Ark with these with a group of people, some cool dudes. Yeah, there's one of them. His name is Nark.
Yeah.
And Nark. Now, Sebastian had a bird, and he was a nice little bird. He named him Huang.
Huang. HW.
Nark? Yeah.
How did I spell it?
HW. Wait. Huang.
HWANG. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Seth Wins had this nice little dodo bird
I did.
named Huang.
This was all an Ark, by the way.
Yeah, Ark Survival Evolved. And Nark didn't like that bird, apparently. And he starts arguing with Seth Wins about how HWANG actually pronounces Yang, not Huang.
Even
if it did, which I doubt it does.
well, he had another bird named Yang, spelled Y-A-N-G.
Yes. So why wouldn't he name it HWANG?
I guess it's like the there predicament. There.
That's completely different because those aren't names; those are meanings. Those are spelled different for a reason. Names don't have to be spelled right. I could name my kid shit and spell it as poop.
I'm
like it's pronounced shit.
I actually don't think you can name your child poop or shit. I think it's against the law.
Well, I mean, okay, it's probably. I don't think it's against the law. Is it against the law?
I think so. CPS can take your child for that because that's like a form of abuse.
Nimrod is a popular name. It's in like every baby name book. The name Nimrod.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
In
Yeah, I always
Japan,
thought that was weird.
It is legal to name your child Hitler.
Why only in Japan? Because they love Hitler.
I guess. I don't know. That's a weird fact that I know, but I remember seeing it from like a Did You Know video.
I know it's not legal in Japan or Germany. They hate anything that like even talks about World War II. I think
it's actually like illegal to just put your hand up like that, like the salute.
And isn't Russia the one that if you talk bad about World War II, it's illegal?
I don't think it's if you talk bad.
I know there's in some countries.
Like if you talk bad about like Stalin or communism.
Well, I know there was
Lenin.
something where like these two girls had pulled down their pants in front of a World War II statue to like show that they're not talking down. I don't know what the word is. Not respecting it, and they went to jail in whatever country they were in. And they took a picture of it, and they just went to jail because they were like, "Yeah, that's disrespecting like the war. Don't do that."
I wouldn't know, honestly.
And then people want to talk about how we don't have freedom here. I'm sorry, if you did that here, you'd be just fine.
Yeah, I mean, tear down that statue.
Huh, exactly.
I mean, people really take their freedom that they have in America for granted. And yes, there are some people who are like, get rid of government. But I think government's a necessary evil.
Government is definitely necessary. You can't have no government.
Yeah.
There's a fine line between low government and no government.
I would say
no government is
I would say we have pretty low government as it is. I can go myself. Of course, a bank probably wouldn't do this, but get a loan. They probably wouldn't give me a loan because I have like
But you still have the freedom to.
Yeah, I can get a loan. I can start up a business. I can do what I want with that business. There's no regulations on it. I mean, within means, of course. Obviously, I can't open up like a meth dealing business. But, and of course, the bank's not going to give me a loan because they have the right to say no. And people really take that for granted, you know. I think that they do. Like, people don't understand like how free speech really is. You like died, or what happened? Did we lose you? No? Hello? Alright, everyone. Well, while Tanner tries to learn how to work Skype again, it is just going to be me, your host, Seth Wins, tonight. I'll start doing shoutouts now. I have a YouTube channel called Seth Wins, of course. Check it out, subscribe. You can watch our live streams, if you aren't already, immediately live when we record them. Sorry, people keep banging on the walls. It's a party night, I guess. But yes, you can see them first and live, and even comment in the live chat if you go to my YouTube. Just search for Seth Wins. I'm not big enough to have a custom URL. Or you can go to http:// is it /? Let me scroll up, everybody. It is / 2 / undergroundlake.podomatic.com. And you can check out the podcast there. And right now we are currently undergoing a process for iTunes to see if we can get cleared for that. So be sure to check out those links if you aren't already on them. If you are on Podomatic or whatever it was, leave a comment. I don't know how it works. I just set it up today so we could upload to that. So if you like what you see on there, let me know. We're going to try to call back Tanner right now. And hopefully it doesn't turn off my call. Sorry about this, folks. I'm trying here. He's probably trying to call me on Discord because I see he's rejecting my calls. People are dying outside my room. Sorry you guys get to hear me click now. Trying to recover Tanner as fast as we can.
Hey, sorry about that.
There he is.
Are we still on?
We are still on. I will just have
Sorry about that.
to take the audio straight off of the live stream.
My computer decided to kick me off of Skype, so I'll just log back into that later. I'm on my phone.
I can hear your fan, so you should do it as quick as possible.
Oh, can you now? Can you now?
You
Nothing.
turned it down?
I turned it off.
Oh.
I'm not gonna sign in right now because I don't remember my stuff. I'll figure it out later.
All right. Well, as I was saying, check out Politics. Just check out Politics' YouTube. YouTube.
Oh, thank you.
I almost said YouTube.com, but just go on YouTube and search in Toasty Game.
As we were discussing, if you want to continue that conversation, I thought it was a pretty good one.
What were we talking about? Government?
Yeah, about how you could go to the bank, and you yourself, it's the bank's freedom to tell you no whether to take out a loan, and it's your freedom to even apply for that loan.
Yeah, and people take free. Oh God, what was that?
What was what?
That was a really loud noise. You're gonna have to switch to Discord or something.
I got it. Hold on. I'll sign into my computer. Is it loud now?
It is very loud. It sounds like you're
All right, hold on. What about now?
You're good now.
Thank God. It must have been my mic. I'll work on signing in as I do this.
All right.
Okay. But
people like protesters right now. They have the right to do that. That's amazing that they have a right to disagree with.
Exactly. The government in general.
The government, the president, an election. I mean, some countries, if you did that, you'd be killed. Look at North Korea right now.
When you think about it on a level of, I know Jake's gonna just destroy us for saying the stuff we're saying, but when you think about it on the level of, what does the government really take from us? Nothing but taxes.
Taxes. And what does it give us? Freedom? Safety?
I mean,
security?
I don't.
Welfare?
Taxes do take a huge dip, and they don't use all the taxes they should for the stuff they say they do.
Yeah.
But
I think more money should go to education, honestly.
I think more money should just not be put into the pockets of the people who take the taxes in general.
Agreed. But someone's got to get paid for their work.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, this hasn't been released yet, but there was a Minecraft map Tanner and I once played on.
There was.
And we instated government because we decided we had nothing better to do than have 3 people instate a government. Well, the second that government was created, the idea was, let's build a prison. Well, Politics goes, let's build a prison. And he goes, give me your obsidian. I said, well, are you going to pay me for it? And he goes, no. And I go, well, then is the government going to pay me for it? And he goes, the government doesn't have any money. And boom, taxes were created on a Minecraft map for 3 people.
Yeah. But the thing is,
we took the money from Jake to support our use. And
but
then
the
we
thing
put Jake
is,
in that prison.
It was it was okay until we called it taxes.
No, it was okay until we called it government. When it was just we were instating rules.
That was fine. It's not even like they don't really hold anything back from us. In all reality, when you think about it, we have so much freedom, and all they do is take taxes.
That's true.
Because they know if they said, hey, pay this and you can help us build roads and help us stuff, nobody would do it.
Nobody would do it.
That's their money. They have to take it. And it has to be fair. They can't say, all right, I'm taking it from the rich, and I'm not taking it from the poor because they have less money. Yeah, that's not fair.
That's not fair. I mean, if you don't want to be poor, get a job.
It's just the cost of living. Add it into your bills. It's the cost of living.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to deal with paying what you don't want to. Today,
sometimes
I had to
Dale
pay
tells you
$117 for an online course that would only last 4 months from now. I had to pay $117 for that. I think that's insane. I think the cost of education...
For my business classes in high school, I was paying... Well, it's not a lot compared to college, but I had to pay $30 for a high school class.
Whoa.
And I took like 4 of them.
$30? I'm paying
it was a high school class,
to live in a room.
It was a high school class, though. It wasn't just like...
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing a college.
Well, high schools get funded. by government.
Yeah.
Colleges are private institutions, I believe, or public. I don't know what they are. They don't get funded by government, is the moral of the story. And I think this is going to make me sound like a Democrat. I don't think colleges should be free. I think more cost of education should go into help supporting colleges.
I don't think that makes you sound like a Democrat saying you don't want it to be free.
Well, like...
That's like what they want.
What? Democrats? Well, Bernie Sanders was the only one who wanted free college. And I was like, Bernie, you're not going to find the money.
That's because he's the only one who didn't understand how it worked. You can't just say, oh, college is free. It's something that's so expensive.
It is. And you can't make them not charge you for it. Because once again, everyone wants some money.
Mm-hmm.
I myself, I was really upset when I saw that business about YouTube last night. Where I can't even monetize. I can't even view how much money I've made with monetization.
Yeah, it's like we didn't even get paid much for our YouTube videos, but the fact that we can't just monetize them.
Yeah, the fact that I had about 70 cents. Obviously, I'm not a big-time YouTuber.
Yeah.
And I'm not... Someone's knocking.
Oh, house party at Seth Wins again.
This portion again. They're covering up the hole so I can't see in.
Nice.
No. I don't. No, I'm actually on the 5th floor.
What's going on?
House party.
Is there like literally a party in the dorms? I heard people singing and banging on the walls.
Yeah, there's people in your lobby.
Oh yeah,
and
doing karaoke.
Those people are my friends.
Yeah.
Apparently, like crazy ones. The crazy ones.
It's okay, you got the name right. You didn't have to check the name tag.
Yeah, I was just making sure.
Yeah.
What is my actual name? It's Gerard.
Tyrod.
Gerard.
Tyrod.
Gerard.
Tyrod.
I know your name.
Gerard.
Tyrod.
Taiwan.
Gerard. It's T-E-R-A-D. Gerard.
So it's not T-Wad.
No.
Taiwan.
No. Don't listen to Tanner. Suck a dick.
I'm filming
Team
a podcast
speak.
right now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What do you talk about?
Anything. Right now we're talking about government.
You should
Right now we're talking about house party at Seth Wins' dorm.
I'm Seth Wins.
Do you have any subscribers?
Yeah.
How many?
Like 40, man.
Really?
Really?
almost 100.
That's sweet.
I'm 99. 99.
Really? You're at 99?
Yeah.
I'll sign my other account and subscribe.
What do you talk about?
Well, as soon as I hit 100 interactive vlogs.
Oh shit, you're gonna do the vlog you filmed with me?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to edit that shit.
Oh god. I'm gonna subscribe tonight and be like, where's that 100 subs video?
I mean, I don't have anything tomorrow except the toilet office and stuff. And that's all.
Alright, I gotta go. That's good.
Yes. I mean, I can send you links later on. Links, not penis picture. Links to the vlog. Yo, no. Right, come in.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
You didn't have to ask.
Hey, I'm back on my computer.
Hey, nice. So my MP3 Skype recorder is just gonna be fucked. Because it keeps turning on and off.
Where's the mic? Where's the mic?
It's on the computer. Just talking to the light.
Tanner!
Hey.
You just deafened everyone on the podcast. It's gonna deafen
And
me
me.
tomorrow.
I'm sorry. Everybody's probably deaf right now.
Sound warning.
Sound warning. The fucking title is gonna be, please do not listen to this.
Actually, I
Title's
want
gonna be Taiwan streams into the mic.
Well, it's reverse psychology when they're like, oh, don't listen to this. Why don't you want me to listen to this?
It's porn.
That's right. Like, your parents said don't listen to this, and they'll click on it.
Dude, my parents said not to listen to this.
I listened to it.
But you're the one who's making it. How are you gonna listen to it?
I listened to it today in my car. I listened to the first
I listened to the first one.
Yeah. I was listening
Yeah, also.
to that one when I was doing homework.
Yeah, you listened to it live.
Yeah. Okay. I just saw the notification. That's why.
Yeah.
And I was doing homework.
I mean, hop on the stream. Put
You,
straight
you know
chat.
whose teacher I was? Well,
Teacher?
teacher. It was what's her name? Salma Bumidi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She's done fucked up, man.
Oh, yeah.
I hope she doesn't hear this, but she's done fucked up.
She will.
If I blow up, she might.
She will, dude.
If she goes, she'll be like, they'll be bringing her on like Ellen and stuff. They'll be like, hello, Selma.
Teacher. Hello, teacher.
Teacher.
That's what they'll be saying.
Tyler needs to make that a shirt.
How's it feel to be famous?
Teacher. Okay, I gotta get going.
All right, peace.
Peace. You want anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay, suck a bit.
Note to self: Episode 3 of the podcast will be done at a Starbucks because maybe less people will show up.
So, episode 3, we lock the doors and close our windows and pretend no one's home.
My door was locked. That's why I had to get up and open it.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I'm just gonna turn off this MP3 thing
Yeah, I probably would too.
because every time we lose each other on Skype, it stops recording. So
Yeah.
thank God I have the OBS
Has
as
to
the
reset.
backup.
Yeah, my Stripe it shut off and it said Stripe needs help signing in, and I was like, what? So I just had to re-sign in. It's never done that before.
Well, you're back. Now I can't
I am
see
back.
how long I've been recording for. Or
Sweet.
filming for.
Great.
Well, now I can. I pulled it back up. Yeah. So somebody walked by and I was like, "Yeah, I'm filming a podcast." And he goes, "What are you guys talking about?" I'm like, "Right now we're talking about the government, but we really talk about everything." You were telling a story or something, I believe, when I left.
What was I telling a story about?
Freedom. Free
I think
education.
my point of freedom was just that college can't be free. That's too much money unless the only way college would be free was a huge tax raise, and tax money started getting poured into every college.
Basically,
for being
there's,
free.
There's just too many colleges, and if they were
Yeah.
free, a college degree is going to become a lot less valuable. The whole point
Yes.
of getting even a 2-year an associate's degree, it's still worth so much because the people who don't have a college education, just they're two different levels, really. I'm sorry to say this, you're not going to college politics, but
No, I'm not. I don't plan on it.
I would say,
But honestly, to prove the point here, I don't want to go to college at all. If
Yeah.
it were free, I would still go.
yeah,
'Cause
You-
it's
you
just
would
free.
still go, or
It's
you
like
would not go.
I would go. I
Okay.
would go.
Okay,
So that just proves the point.
Yeah.
It's not even that I'm not going because it costs money. I don't want to go, and it also costs money.
Yeah.
If it was free, I'd suck it up.
yeah. There's like no reason not to go if it was free.
Exactly. It just gets you a better life. and,
So either it would be a college degree is now worthless unless you're a doctor or you have your master's degree.
but then more people would be doing that, and that wouldn't be worthless because it's a long time, but it would be less worth.
It would be less worth because because being a doctor is extremely difficult. I believe it's 8 years of college. Fuck,
Yes,
that's a
same with a
long ass
veterinarian.
time. I mean, doctor is in like you can have your doctorate in English, doctorate degree, not you become
Well-
a doctor.
So is a veterinarian considered a doctor? Do they get a doctorate?
I mean, do they go to college for 8 years?
Yes.
Then yes. T
Okay.
just commented, "What's up?" I do not believe how fast he ran to his room. He lives 2 floors above me, and he got up there in like 0.2 seconds. He had to have been ready for that shit.
That's T for you.
T, what do you think of our new logo, the Underground Lake Make a Splash?
I don't want to like question the logo, but what's that yellow thing?
That was the sun rays, and then by the time I realized I didn't like it, I had gone too far and couldn't undo it.
I like because it gives variety, but if you look too deep into it, it's like, what is that?
Yeah. I didn't
Why
know
is
how
there
to
a
make...
sunrise in an underground lake?
Well, maybe there's a hole, dude. How do we get underground and at a lake?
I don't know.
Also, how would
We
we be
built
able...
it.
See, also, another thing was, I wanted to put light in there, because I was like, how the fuck can we see underground?
That's true.
And by the
We
time
put torches down.
Well, I mean, in Minecraft, but I didn't want to put torches on the fucking picture.
You just drew some shitty torches.
I was like, the light ray looks much better. And my fucking shading to the water looks like trash, but I really like the shading I did with the rocks.
I'm not looking at it now, but I remember I thought it looked pretty nice. It really completes us.
I just now noticed this on YouTube. It says the underground lake, and like ground and lake are one word, and under and ground are not.
Nice.
But that's
The underground lake.
That's the official logo of the underground lake. Make a splash.
Make a splash.
Well, I was gonna put in, like our intro where I go underground is a noun meaning below the ground, and we are a lake because we're not big enough to be an ocean and we're not small enough for a pond.
Yeah,
But that was a lot of fucking text.
that would be. And did you type? Oh, did you type it or did you draw it?
I typed out the text.
Okay.
Jake just commented underground lake, as in under space ground lake in one word. Jake is not a moderator, so T, can you mute him?
Oh my god.
I'm joking, T. I can delete his comments at any time. See?
Jeez.
Everyone watch this censorship. This is what the government does to you.
For anyone who
I can put him in timeout. I can put T in timeout too.
Jake just missed the most riveting conversation that he would have loved.
Yeah, Jake, you missed our topic about government. Go back and watch
Yeah.
it.
For anyone who has an Xbox or a Switch or a PC or Minecraft on their phone, the Better Together update came out, which is it's pretty nice. It's pretty solid. It has an overall interface. It's pretty cool. In the settings for the Xbox, you can edit everything like you would on a PC. You can turn your graphics down. You can change your field of view. And you can even set up a mouse and keyboard and play on your Xbox now, which I think is pretty cool if you like that. But like, I don't know, dude. The Minecraft Realms is just shitty. I don't want to pay monthly.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but Jake just put "fuck you." I deleted his message and I put him in timeout for 300 seconds.
But the Realms is so shitty. Why do you have to pay money to have a server? And on top of that, me and you and Jake would be like, all right, let's pay $3.99 a month and have a server for our own. It only has us three in it.
Yeah.
And then another person can't join if someone ever wants to join.
Well, is it 3 people at a time or is it 3 people in total?
I think it's 3 people in total, and we can play even when the host is offline.
That's not worth.
I know, it's just sounds horrible.
Oh, yeah, so I sent you a text today that said Misa Jar Jar Binks, and I finally was like, I'm going to tell you
You
what
started
the story
telling that story earlier, and then you said, just tell a story about this. And I was like, okay.
I don't. Before I start the story, I don't mean to belittle or insult anyone who knows someone with special needs or a mental disability. I don't even know if this kid has one. I just know that this kid starts off every day with this. I have a class from 3 to 4:30, and I got a buddy in that class. We'll call him Roger. And
Okay,
he
Rob.
absolutely hates this. Like, it drives him insane. And I was whispering it in his ear today. There's a kid with a I don't want to call him slow or have special needs, but I believe that he does have
Special needs isn't offensive.
a mental disability. I don't want to be like, he's got a mental disability, and it turns out he doesn't. Then I'd feel like an asshole.
Oh, okay. Roger might have a mental disability.
Not Roger. Roger's
Oh.
normal. He's my friend. There's another
Okay,
kid
Roger's
in
your
the
normal
class.
friend.
I don't know who
What's
he
it?
is.
Well, let's give him a name.
Let's go with, what's a stupid name? Jake.
That's so confusing.
So
Jaker. This is Jaker.
Jaker. So Jaker sits on the other side of the room. The teacher is calling roll because he takes grade for roll in college, and he calls. I don't remember what I named my friend. Roger.
Yeah, Roger was your friend.
Yeah, Roger. So he goes Roger. Blah blah blah. Seth wins. Blah blah blah. He calls out Jaker. Jaker goes. Misa Jar Jar Binks. And it pisses the shit out of Roger, and I think it's funny as fuck. Like,
Now we're not laughing at this. We're not laughing at Jaker. All
Yeah,
right?
'cause
We're laughing because of
he-
what he said was funny.
he is making
He's
a
a-
joke. He is
Yeah.
making a joke.
He's not just saying something and we're laughing at him. Like, haha.
Yeah, and then so I was sitting in class today. I lean up to Roger, and I go right up to his ear. I get as close to my mic as I can, and go, "Misa Jar Jar Binks." And it was funny AF. And then I saw this kid, Jaker, while I was waiting for one of my classes to start before my 3 o'clock class. And he walks by me. I'm playing Euro Truck Simulator on my computer because I was just bored and I was finishing work and I was just like, whatever.
Yeah.
And he looks at me and he goes,
Help me. I'm stuck inside your pocket.
was
Let me
this
out,
Jaker?
you bastard.
yes, this was Jaker. Of course, my voice can get much higher pitched than his, but it was a high-pitched voice nonetheless.
Yeah.
And he ends it with, "You bastard." And he walks by me because I just looked at him. I didn't say anything. It's like, because I was still computing what he had just said to me.
Yeah, you were like, what? What?
I was like, let me out of your pocket. I don't get that. and,
Let me out of your pocket.
so he
God.
walks by, and then I look back at my computer and I go, did he just call me a bastard? And I was like, what the fuck? And then, not even like a second later, someone else must have been walking down the hall because I could hear them walking. And he goes up to them and says, help me, let me out of your pocket, you bastard. And I was like, okay, this has to be like a reference to something.
Yeah, there's no way he's just saying, let me out of your pocket, you bastard.
Like, no, out of nowhere. And I was like, okay. And so I thought all was good and stuff, so. Are you okay?
You let me out of your pocket? That's what's so funny. Not even you bastard. He's just like, let me out of your pocket. What does that mean?
I don't know what that means, but he said it to me, and I was just like, what? And then class starts, and I have a friend. We'll call him whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to mention him at all.
Okay.
He plays a Nintendo Switch in class, and
Sounds like a cool dude.
he had his Nintendo Switch out, and I was guessing he was playing Breath of the Wild by what he responded with. And this guy, Jaker, goes up to him and goes, use the force, young one. And this guy looks at him, playing the Switch, the guy looks at him and goes, more like I'd use my weird iPad thingy. Come on, don't you know what game I'm playing? And I was just like, whoa, I'm sensing some hostilities. Jake just commented, let me be on the podcast. You're going to miss me when I'm in basic training / commit suicide. Jake, we don't find
How about-
suicide jokes funny.
Yeah, suicide jokes aren't funny. That's not funny. You can't be on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jake. Speaking of the podcast, last night, episode 1, the one before this one, we talked about a game, a 9/11 VR game.
Yes.
And I decided to look it up to see if I was even serious about it. The game is called like 846. It's like the clock in the game.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't watch any videos on it because immediately it just looked fucked up, and so many
Yeah.
people played it. And
But if you want to go play it, it's called 846.
if you wanted actual like, what is this? It is, I believe it is 846. You're gonna hear me, everyone typing. Because I'm googling it. It is, 846. The 9/11 virtual reality experience. Posted September 15th, 2015.
Sweet.
A lot of people, I'm looking at New York Daily News, this is obviously an old review, saying it's a disgusting virtual reality game that lets players live out 9/11. I have to agree. It's kind of fucked up. Like,
It is pretty fucked up.
like,
I want one where you're the hero, though. Like, is it in bad taste if someone made a game where you can stop it? Is that in bad taste?
I think it would be.
Oh, you think so? Oh, well, then never mind.
it's
I was
like-
gonna say you could stop the attack and be like, "Oh, you're the hero."
But then it seems like,
Like you're just kind of disregarding what really happened.
yeah, and that,
Oh, that's what you're saying.
that,
Well, then at least I
we-
want something where like maybe you're a fireman going. You just take the place of different stories. That's what
Yeah.
I want. Like when you're
Yeah.
hijacking the plane back, you're a fireman going to save someone. You're a civilian helping others, trying to make it out.
this might sound kind of fucked up, but because a lot of people did die, even the firefighters and the cops, the buildings collapsed. It was horrible. This is gonna sound super fucked up, but I don't want the game to have like a good ending either. I want it.
Yes.
I want it to encompass what it was like there. I don't want it
Not
to
be fucked up like that 86 game or whatever.
Yeah, 846.
It let you know that it was tragic.
It was tragic. There was
Not that it was an
was
okay
not-
story.
The reason I don't think that they would do a thing where you could stop it is because that kind of makes it seem like we didn't try everything in our power that
Oh,
we could
yeah.
have done.
Yeah, like, oh, they just could have done that in the real event.
Yeah, it makes it seem like we really didn't try to. I'm not saying we didn't. I think that plenty of people died during that, and that was good enough for me to know that people were fucking trying. Of course, I was a little baby boy at the time, so.
Yep.
Jake just said, you won't let me be on the podcast because I'm Jewish. Underspace Ground Lake podcast hates Jews. Confirmed. I'm taking this to the press. Good luck, Jake, finding a news report that will comment on a channel with 46 subscribers.
We also just talked about in episode 1 how we didn't know why people hated Jews, or was that in the podcast?
I believe so.
Then yeah, there we go. Boom.
I just broke my shoe, if anyone would believe it.
Sebastian, hop on my back. There's a segue here. Let's segue into the next discussion.
Okay, my next discussion is I broke my fucking shoe.
All right, thanks. I was about to say something.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm on USA Today, and apparently today, an Arkansas teacher went to jail for having sex with 4 students, and 2 of them were today, on the same fucking day.
Is that a female or a male teacher?
It's a female teacher,
Okay.
and you know this happened. I mean, you already know this happens in Arkansas. You know this kind of shit happens. Surprised they weren't cousins. But she I don't know when she had sex with the other 2, but she took them both back to their apartment before anybody noticed and went back to school. Like, not at the same time.
Yeah.
She took one, drove back, and then took another right after. I'm like, damn, girl.
So you're saying she drove them to her house?
Yes, her apartment. Had sex with them, drove them back up to school.
See, that tells me a lot without even reading the news report. Jake just said, why is this chat so delayed? It's not delayed. I just choose not to read it when I see it. I wait till a moment where it feels more convenient to read. It is also delayed. But that message showed up a couple minutes ago, and I didn't read it. But the way you describe that news story makes it sound like they are obviously younger kids because they didn't.
One of them
drive
was under
themselves.
18. That's why she's going to jail. Only one of them was.
Oh,
though.
only one? Why did she
Only
even
one
go
of them
for
was
that
under
then?
18. I don't know. They were probably like 17 and like a senior. She might have not even known. She was married also.
The marriage part doesn't. I mean, yeah, that's fucking horrible. But like, the marriage part isn't as big as breaking the fucking law. and
Oh
having
yeah,
sex with an
yeah.
underage
It's not
minor.
as big, but it just surprised me. It's like, why? You have
Yeah.
a husband and you're fucking like kids underage.
Like, even when they're just 18, like, I guess I can understand that. Yeah, you lose your teaching license for that, and that's fucking horrible because no one wants to be a teacher.
It may sound awful, but she's really not that attractive. She's got like big glasses on and like a chubby circular face.
Oh, someone just mentioned me in a comment on Facebook, and it was T. New
said,
Wolfenstein
"Check me
trailer
out."
looks lit or something.
That'll be on the Switch.
Oh
so
no, he
for,
just tagged me in it.
You Switch player out there, the one Sebastian's friend, the Switch player. Haha. Get it, because
Get it.
I'm gonna be getting it.
I don't know if I'm gonna get it. I'll probably wait till Jake buys it.
Wolfenstein 2?
Yeah.
You just said that, and Jake's gonna be like, I'm not buying it now.
Okay, well, it's a single player
Jake will be
game, so
gone.
I won't play it. It's like, I just finished Dishonored 2. Or not Dishonored 2, Dishonored 1. A couple days ago. It was, I can see the charm in it. Thought the storyline was kind of lacking. The ending was very lackluster. I was really disappointed because, like, the missions offer you a choice, and it didn't feel like it really mattered which one I chose.
What USA Today says that for the first time a woman is set to become a Marine infantry. But no.
No.
I was joining the Marines and there were so many women, almost as many guys there as
they-
there were women.
Were they going in to be infantry? Jesus.
Oh,
Am I going
officer.
back to elementary
Infantry
school?
officer.
That's interesting.
It surprises me that they haven't already been. There's tons of women in infantry for the
Yeah.
Marine Corps.
Jake said, I keep pulling this shit and I ain't buying anything. Alright, Jake, don't buy Wolfenstein 2, but I won't play it anyway. I haven't even finished the New Order or whatever one I got from you. It's a
Didn't
single
that have
player.
Channing Tatum in it?
It could have.
One Wolfenstein game had Channing Tatum in it.
Is it an obvious role of Channing Tatum?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Or
I
is
just
it
remember
just
some
like-
girl told me that there was Channing Tatum in it at like school, and I was just like, "Why are you talking to me?" Like some girl I didn't know.
Oh.
She's like, "You know that new Wolfenstein game? It has Channing Tatum in it. He's so hot." I was like, "Who are you?"
You know, I'm thinking about how we talked about not ever mentioning names on this podcast.
Yeah.
And then I thought how you were plugging Who Wins, Seth Wins last night, which literally has like every single person we know's name on it.
No, it has the only person that it had. Oh crap! It does. Oh, well, I already said Tyler's name. All right, they know them.
Tyler's
they know
not-
him.
It's just Tyler in the
Tyler's in the game. He's standing inside Walmart, and he talks like a
Oh
skater.
yeah, that's right.
And then Colton's in it, and that's it. They don't have anybody we actually talk about.
You did not
Oh
buy
shit!
new-
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
All the bosses at the end.
All the bosses. How about
Yeah.
the one that you drew a picture of? I won't name names.
That's the best one, though.
That's one of the best ones, honestly. I really like. You did not buy New Order on District because I own it, and I know
What's
I
a
did not pay
dotard?
for it.
Twitter erupts after Kim Jong Un's burn.
What's that mean?
I don't know. Let me see.
Well, do we want to even talk about news in our last 15 minutes?
Do we only have 15 minutes?
We only have 15 minutes left.
Okay, well then say something. I just want to see what this is about.
What do you have? Well, I'm not going to ask you something because you're reading a report. I have Grumpy Cat on my desk.
No, you can ask
Like
me
a
something.
little-
I'm not like reading it.
A little plush
Just
doll
skimming
of
through.
Grumpy Cat. And it's like got little paws.
Oh my god. Kim Jong Un calls Trump a mentally deranged dotard.
What
Donald
does-
Trump responded by looking up the definition of dotard in the dictionary and it not being there.
Dotard, an old person, especially one that has become
Is
weak
it
and
there?
senile. Yeah, it is.
Because Merriam-Webster is the one like tweeting about it.
Dictionary.com. It's a noun. D-O-T-A-R-D.
The word meant imbecile when it was first used in the 14th century, according to Merriam-Webster.
Kim Jong-un called the president a dotard. What does it mean? Time magazine. 2 minutes ago, CNN did something. North Korea could test hydrogen bomb over Pacific Ocean, says foreign minister.
Dotard is a good one to pull out of the bag. Wish I learned it doing a crossword instead of through being on a precipice of nuclear war.
That is true. Do we want to talk about nuclear holocaust coming up?
I think Kim Jong-un had to look it up. Yeah, sure, we can. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a burn to Kim Jong-un. So I don't know what they're going on about.
Yeah.
But,
Seems like
yeah,
Kim Jong-un roasted the fuck out of Donald Trump.
dude, what if on the 23rd we
That's-
die in nuclear war and that's how it ends?
T has mentioned me in another comment on Facebook.
Then it's like not even a natural, like, God killed us. It's like we died from a nuclear war.
Yeah.
And what if it all starts because Kim Jong-un called Trump a dotard?
Jake said, boy, why you look like a dotard? Jake, why you gotta look like a boot gang?
All right, Jake is a Democrat liberal because he used a word that the enemies used.
Yeah, Jake, you Democrat.
Yep.
This is
He
why I
likes
support
Korea?
the government.
Mm-hmm.
Nuclear war, though. I don't think we're on the verge of it.
I don't think so either.
I think
I
North
thought
Korea-
so last year because North Korea was straight up saying, I'm going to nuke the U.S., and then he didn't. He said that so many times it's like a joke now. Kim Jong-un just says, I'm going to nuke the U.S., and nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't even think, I'm not even worried anymore.
Honestly, I feel the...
Send this to Kim Jong-un.
I
Tell
feel
him, try me.
I wouldn't say that he wouldn't, but I definitely don't think that he will.
I think he's just a little teddy bear.
People think he's
I
this
think he wants to
big,
look
scary man, but I honestly don't think that he's going to do something that would put his life or everyone in his country's life at risk.
I don't think he cares about everyone in this country. I think it's all about him and his life.
I mean, I would suppose he has friends. I doubt he just has zero friends or anything. Fuck.
I mean, he might pay them to be his friends or tell them you don't die if you're my friend, dude. I don't know. That's what America seems about to be. Who knows how he really is?
Yeah, you always got to think of, the propaganda. I mean, in World War II, we literally drew Nazis as guerrillas. I mean...
When I heard Hitler was not actually a bad guy to Nazis. Yeah, he was a bad guy. Totally a bad guy. But he
Yeah.
was nice to his people.
He was really good to his people.
Yeah.
Until the end there, but... Then he was fucking crazy, but... Because honestly, I was reading, actual reports from those times, and, his closest secretaries and everybody in his final hours, they were just saying it was awful. He was doing drugs because he couldn't sleep, and then even then
And they were worried about him.
sleep, and they were like, when you're in a position of high power, I'm literally actually reading a webtoon about this right now.
Okay.
When you're in a position in high power, right? Say you're top of the fucking food chain, right? Like Hitler was. Nobody was higher than him. And you get worried or scared or hurt, that affects everyone beneath you because that means that there is now someone above you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
If Donald Trump was saying, he went on TV and he was like, I'm honestly scared that North Korea is going to end this whole country and there's nothing we can do to stop it.
Everybody would freak out.
It would be a mass panic It would
because
be-
he's got to be the one under calm control, if anyone,
yeah.
because he's the voice of us. He's not a leader per se, but the voice.
He represents how we feel.
Yes.
I mean, maybe not all the time, but he's a huge representation.
To other countries, he is our voice.
Yeah, to other countries he's our voice, but to us, we see him as a position of power. He's a leader.
Yes.
We see him as the highest. Nothing is higher than the president. We vote every 4 years for the highest position.
Yeah.
If he was going on national television, didn't even go international, just national, and said, "I'm scared to think the world is going, or America is going to be destroyed by North Korea and its nukes, and there's nothing we can do about it," there would be riots. It would be crazy.
Yes.
There would be no control. Because someone in such high power is like that, it really unsettles and makes everyone else more worried. So,
And especially because the fact that you know that they know stuff that we don't.
yeah.
So it's like, oh, God, what did Korea do to make him so scared and
Yeah.
worried?
Because in the comic I'm reading, on the app Webtoon, you've probably seen the ads on Instagram and
Probably.
Twitter, because that's where I downloaded the app off of, was Instagram. I couldn't resist anymore. I kept seeing the ads. I saw them on YouTube. I saw them on Instagram. I saw them on Twitter, and I was like, I'm caving. I'm getting it. And I got it, and I love the app. It's basically manga, but a lot more Korean style. And I think they're honestly better than most manga I've actually read. And it's called Unordinary. It's #1 on the website. And basically everyone in the world most people are born with powers, all right?
Yeah,
and,
okay.
and a few people are born, and they're called they're like genetic defects. They're born without powers. And so each school basically is like ranked on how strong like their top is. They call them the Royals, and it's basically King, Queen, Jack, and Ace.
And Lord.
There's no Lord, they have King.
Lord. She'll never be royal.
And the story follows a guy named John, and
Okay.
he has no powers. Spoiler alert. I don't
Had
think.
nice job spoiling it.
Spoiler alert. He does have powers.
Dude, let's just do every podcast. Let's do a recommendation. So you recommend something. You recommend a book. You recommend a movie, a song. It can be anything. I'm taking this as your recommendation of the podcast
All right.
for episode 2.
I'm gonna recommend this webtoon, Unordinary. It's pretty good.
Unordinary.
Unordinary. It's on an
Okay.
app called Webtoons. It's really good. I follow the creator of it on Instagram. It's like uru.chan. Uru-chan.
Uru-chan. Oh, Private Toast-kun.
Jake just said, what do you guys think of the Ted Cruz little incident? I don't think he did anything wrong. Even if it was him, because right now he's, for those of you who don't know actually, Ted Cruz did get caught liking some incest porn on like
On Twitter.
Yeah.
It was his Twitter account. It liked
Yeah.
a Twitter page.
Yeah. And then he went on the TV and said, it wasn't me under control of the account, it was one of my people who control it. I don't think it matters who it was, honestly.
I don't think it's a big deal. In public eye, it's not a big deal. To Jake, I think Ted Cruz is a scum for liking porn. That's only directed to Jake.
I think that, I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm not gonna lie. I watch porn. I'm sorry.
Sometimes I watch dogs fuck.
This might blow your guys' minds, but I am a college student who does not have a girlfriend. I watch porn.
Well, chill out, dude. That's not true. Stop lying.
Yeah, I don't go to college. I'm sorry. Jake said he's just trying to get his dick hard. I believe so. I'm like, if it wasn't him, oh well.
And
that
it
was
makes
just
it
really
so
unfortunate.
much better that the girl looks like his wife. It makes it better in my mind.
Yeah, I have to agree. The woman looks like his wife. I would pull up one, but then our iTunes.
But that also seems like an argument about how it's probably him because it looks so much like his wife.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I mean, it doesn't matter who did it. It's just like, it's weird. It's not weird. It's normal. It's normal.
It's porn. I mean, yeah, it was weird that it was incest, but I think I'd be lying if I said I never watched incest porn. Not straight
Well, it's not
up
like
incest.
it's real.
It's
It's
not.
not like
It's
it's
not
real.
real. Everybody, porn is
Yeah.
like YouTube and movies, and everything is fake, and everything you know is a lie.
Yeah,
I'm not really a college
like
student.
WWE wrestling. Compare porn to WWE wrestling. It's all
basically.
fake.
Yeah, it's not real. Yeah, there might be some that are real, like those weird shit. I watched a guy put his dick in a mousetrap with a thumbtack taped to it.
Oh, that's just not porn. That's entertainment.
Yeah, well,
I watched a girl fart on a cake.
I watched a girl fart on a cake too.
You showed me that girl farting on a cake.
And that was
I
cake
watched eggs
farts.
getting shoved up in anime girl's ass.
That was really good. I saw that, but in
That's
real
my recommendation. Go
Uh,
watch Vampire Butt.
episode 1. It's like near the
Yeah.
end. I'm not gonna lie. The other day I was browsing porn, and I saw
Okay.
a girl do the vampire butt, eggs coming out of her asshole.
Oh no!
but
Was
not-
it real?
It was not eggs. It was
Oh,
instead.
okay.
All right. So you know when you buy like one of those mini basketball hoops for your room, it comes with those tiny basketballs.
Yeah,
It was one of those and a tiny soccer ball, and it was so fucking
like
gross.
like a plush soccer ball.
No, like those hard ones that are like the size of like your fist maybe.
Oh, jeez.
And 2 of them popped out of her asshole. That's my recommendation. Find that for me and send it to me.
Yeah, please. I want to see this. That's pretty hot.
Jake said, "How dare you talk bad about WWE? WWE 2K18 is the greatest game ever. Is it even released? It's still 2017, Jake.
Yeah, but 2K18 NBA is released.
That's the prelude.
No, and I mean the game came out like
Oh,
yesterday or something,
I-
or it's coming out in like 3 days. I don't know.
I don't care. I'm
It's
sorry.
coming out at some point.
This is a gaming.
It's the only game
this
on
is like
Switch
news.
that it's the only
we
game
go
on
there.
Switch that you need to buy an SD card for because they didn't want to pay for like a bigger SD card.
Yeah.
They were like, "All right,
I
you have
heard
to
the
download
Switch
it."
had really bad memory to begin with.
Because every game's supposed to be on the cartridge. They're
Yeah.
not supposed to be downloaded. But now, third parties are out there saying it. I don't want to pay for more expensive cartridges, which I can understand.
Yeah.
Because it's already more expensive than a disc. The cartridges or the game card, as
I want to
Nintendo
do.
calls it.
I want to do more recommendations, but I feel like we should save
Some
it
more
for the next
recommendations.
episode. I recommend these little brownie bites. I get them from Walmart. I call them brownie bites, but they're like
They're brownie bites.
Duncan Hines, perfect size for one, decadent chocolate lover's cake. So I put some water in one of my coffee cups, and I put the mix in there, and I literally make a chocolate cake in my microwave in like a minute.
That sounds pretty cool.
It's super fucking.
I wish I
nice.
had a microwave.
Do you not have a microwave?
No, my mom won't buy one.
Oh.
She says it's ugly.
I have a microwave and a fridge, and my
I
fridge
don't
is,
have a
might as
microwave.
well
I
be
have a
useless.
stove.
I put pudding in my
oven.
fridge, and that's it.
Pudding.
Pudding.
Pudding?
Pudding?
Oh my gosh.
That's the 4th time I met O.J. Simpson.
How do you have so much? Okay, what? How do you have so much? How do you have so much stuff to recommend? I said we should do recommendations for each podcast, and I immediately drew a blank. Like, what am I going to recommend?
Dude, I have tons of stuff to recommend. We can recommend games. You know how much books I have in my room? Food?
The only thing I can recommend is
Pussy.
if you haven't tried out Dragon Ball, obviously that's a big recommendation.
The
Go do
anime?
that. Either manga or anime. I prefer manga over anime any day of anything. Not Dragon Ball. I mean Dragon Ball, yeah. Dragon Ball Z is where it's at.
Yeah.
Fuck Super.
I like Super. I haven't watched it recently, but I think it's... I think
don't.
Super in the manga is getting out of control because I saw a photo today saying that in the manga, Beerus and all the other gods fought, but they all teamed up against Beerus. And I was like, I don't even want to read this now.
The manga's not even up to the arc yet. The Universe Survival arc.
They were saying that's already happened. That
It's just now starting.
oh,
It's behind the anime.
Yeah, I
that's
know
what
it is.
also means that the anime's canon.
yeah.
But I don't like. I mean, the anime's getting ridiculous. The anime's getting out of control. I watched the manga though, and the manga had such a better end for the Goku Black arc.
What was
Just
the-
it was just so much
Did
better.
Goku win, or was it or did Xeno
Goku-
erase the universe? This is
he
all
didn't.
spoilers.
He's
but-
still, yeah. He's still. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen Dragon Ball Super, because it's the end of the podcast. Just click off now.
yeah.
So in the end of the Super anime, he becomes the world. When they kill Zamasu and he becomes the world. His
What?
face is everywhere. He just is the world. It made no sense. His face was all up in the sky and he was controlling everything. He became that universe. It doesn't make sense. So they called Xeno. Xeno destroyed it. In the and he turned into big merged Zamasu with a big ugly arm and shit.
Yeah.
In the manga, there was no Rage Trunks, which I think is so much better. because it didn't make sense why he was as strong as Goku and Vegeta. There was no Super Saiyan. There was no Spirit Bomb sword or whatever.
Yeah,
it was
Spirit
stupid.
Sword.
Yeah, well, Spirit Sword's Vegeta's move, but
Oh, whatever.
instead, Trunks
I didn't watch.
does cut Zamasu in half because he gets weakened. When he fuses with Goku Black, who Zamasu's immortal, instead of one half of his body becoming immortal and one not, like in the anime, he starts multiplying. And they're fighting a bunch of weaker versions of Zamasu. I think that's so much cooler.
That's pretty cool.
And there's so many of them that they can't take them. That's when they call Xeno. And Xeno
Everyone,
flips him.
my buddy just got online. You're gonna hear it. But
Oh,
we,
sweet.
We are at 1 hour,
Okay. All right.
so I am going
That's
to
our
say,
recommendation.
that is a recommendation. I'm gonna say, check out my YouTube. It is Seth Wins. If you aren't already watching it on YouTube, if
Yeah.
you're on any other link, check out
Check
my
out mine if
YouTube.
you want. I don't really post anything, but
Politics' YouTube is Toasty Game.
Sorry.
It's okay. If you haven't, check out our other podcast website where we upload these. It is http://undergroundlake.podomatic, spelled P-O-D-O-M-A-T-I-C.
can't they just type in undergroundlake.automatic and then pull it up on Google?
It probably will, but I don't know. I like throwing that in. Makes
Oh.
it seem more official.
Yeah.
And if we
Check
get
out our
on
SoundCloud
iTunes,
if you want to watch it on SoundCloud. If you're on Android, iTunes on.
it is on
It'll be on
SoundCloud.
iTunes soon. It'll be on iTunes very soon.
I am waiting to get clearance from iTunes to be allowed to upload. So next couple of days should be out on iTunes if I get clearance. If not, I'm going to try again. And if not, then I will
won't
give
stop.
up.
We will not stop till it's on iTunes.
Our goal is iTunes.
Yeah, if it's can't get on iTunes, you always got SoundCloud to back you up.
You got SoundCloud. I listened to it today on SoundCloud. Sounded great.
Yes, I
SoundCloud
did
did
too.
great.
SoundCloud was great.
All
right.
Well, that has been all for Underground Lake, or Underspace Ground Lake.
Underground Lake.
I have been joined here by Politics, as usual, because this is the second one, so I can start saying
I've been
that
joined
now.
here by Seth Wins.
Hey, I'm Seth Wins. I was your host. Politics
Wait,
is
I'm-
your co-host.
No, we're both co-hosts. There's no one host and one
I am
co-host. We're
the
both
host.
co-hosts.
Is it-
No,
Whose YouTube
both
channel is
co-hosts.
this on?
both of ours. Pretty soon.
Sounds like it's just on mine.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, well,
That's all for this one.
yeah, peace.